Throughout human history, people have done things that today might seem absolutely bizarre. From mysterious rituals to shocking beliefs, our ancestors lived in a world filled with strange traditions and unexplained events. Let us take a journey through some of the weirdest facts and ancient customs that once shaped cultures across the globe. In ancient China, there was a beauty standard that led to one of the most painful practices in history: foot binding. For almost 1,000 years, young girls had their feet tightly wrapped with cloth to keep them from growing. The smaller the foot, the more beautiful the woman was considered. It was a symbol of elegance and class, but in reality it caused lifelong pain and permanent deformities. The Vikings, known for their fearless conquests, had equally fearless funeral practices. When a powerful Viking died, it wasn't just about burial or cremation. Sometimes servants or even wives were sacrificed to accompany the dead leader into the afterlife. Ships were set on fire, animals were slaughtered, and rituals performed in hopes of ensuring safe passage to Valhalla. And then there's the dancing plague of 1518. In Strasbourg, a group of people suddenly began to dance uncontrollably in the streets. It started with one woman, and within days, dozens joined. They danced for hours, days, some even for weeks, until they collapsed or died. To this day, no one knows what caused it. Some blame food poisoning, others say it was mass hysteria. Far across the world, the Mayans had their own intense traditions. Bloodletting was a sacred act, a way to speak to the gods. But this wasn't just pricking a finger. Kings and queens would pierce their tongues, ears, and even genitals as offerings. It was considered a noble act of devotion and strength. In the small town of Yoro, Honduras, there's a strange weather phenomenon called lluvia de peces, the rain of fish. Every year during heavy storms, actual live fish fall from the sky. No one has a clear explanation. Some say underground rivers push the fish up. Others believe it's a miracle. In modern Japan, loneliness has led to the rise of cuddle cafes. People can pay to simply lie down next to someone and cuddle. No romance, no physical activity, just human warmth and a safe space. It's both comforting and a little heartbreaking. Even ancient Rome had its own strange customs. Gladiators, the fierce warriors of the Colosseum, were not just fighters, they were celebrities. Some even wore makeup, perfumes, and their sweat was collected and sold as an aphrodisiac to adoring fans. Imagine buying a tiny bottle labeled Gladiator Sweat today. Speaking of weird products, in the Victorian era, soap wasn't as clean as you'd think. Some soaps were made using animal fat, ashes, and even human urine. The logic? Ammonia and urine helped clean fabric. It worked, but the smell must have been something else. Some of the most unsettling traditions came from deep spiritual beliefs. In certain tribes of Papua New Guinea, it was once common to eat the flesh of deceased family members, not as a form of cannibalism for food, but as a way to honor the dead and keep their spirit alive within the tribe. And in Japan, a few Buddhist monks undertook a process known as self-mummification. Over the course of several years, they gradually starved themselves, ate specific roots, and drank poisonous teas to dehydrate their bodies and prevent decay. They would then enter a tomb alive, meditate, and wait for death, transforming themselves into living relics of devotion. Even ancient medicine had its own set of odd beliefs. Greek and Roman doctors used spider webs to stop bleeding. The webs were believed to have antiseptic properties and were often applied directly to wounds like natural bandages. All these stories remind us how strange, creative, and sometimes terrifying human history can be. People have always searched for meaning in life, in death, in love, and in tradition. And along the way, they've left behind some truly mind-blowing legacies. Some customs may be gone, but the curiosity they inspire is still very much alive. So the next time you think your daily routine is weird, just remember, somewhere in the past, someone danced until they died, wrapped their feet in pain, or drank tea to become a mummy, all in the name of belief, beauty, or legacy.